What's up, everybody? It's Cory from Real World Explosion. Ace, I'm giving you the recap, baby. Let's get into it. Let's get it going.
Hey y'all, hey, what's up? Ace here for your usually weekly, but I've slacked off the last 2 weeks because I was on vacation, Real World recap. I've missed your guys' faces. Have you missed mine? I know you have. I know you have. I have a lot to talk about today because I'm going to try to shove in episodes 7, 8, and 9 into this one recap, so let's see if we can do it. We'll do it together. First off, I want to thank Cory for making that awesome intro for me. I know you did it a few weeks ago, bro, but I didn't get to use it until now, so I hope we're still in a bromance or a bro-apocalypse or whatever Brian called it last night. So let's start off with episode 7, the one where Lauren was still there and pregnant. Yep, she was pregnant, and they were trying to whisper, and I'm really tired of people trying to whisper when you're wearing mics and everybody can still hear you. So just stop that. They're like, if you cover the mic, and then cover your hand, and then put your hand up your ass, and then whisper, nobody can hear you. Yes, we can. Everybody can still hear you. Fact of the matter is, Lauren did not use a condom with somebody that she previously slept with while she was still at home before coming onto the show, and that was not Cory. She was at first trying to tell Cory that it might be his because they had sex 2 days ago. Cory's like, 2 + 2 equals, that can't fucking happen. Next thing you know, Doug is standing at the front door. We remember Doug. Doug's awesome, right? We love Doug. Doug's a good guy. He has flowers for Jenny. He's coming to visit her, and Jenny's like, I wanted to let you know that the exes are here now. And he's like, oh, so your ex-boyfriend's here? Yeah, he is, and he's not gonna like that you're bringing me flowers at all. She keeps trying to drop Doug hints that he needs to get the fuck out of there before Brian comes back from doing his interviews or whatever because he's gonna be pissed off. And finally, Doug gets the hint and he leaves. When he gets back, Jenny tells Brian about it because she doesn't want like him to see later or whatever, and then she has flowers and like, where the flowers come from? Anyway, so she tells Brian about it. He's totally cool and calm and everything about the situation. She's like, oh, well, that was easy. Let's have a glass of wine. Meanwhile, Lauren is going to go home. I'm not very sad about this happening. Are you sad about this happening? I just can't see a pregnant girl in the real world house. Like, no, get out of here. Before she actually decides to get out of there and go home, she tells Cory that she actually did not use a condom with the guy that she was sleeping with back home. So now he's pissed off and he's not going to support her because, well, another dude got her pregnant. I guess something happened similar to Cory in high school. Not that Cory got pregnant, but that he got a girl pregnant, or he supposedly got a girl pregnant. It wound up not being true, but Lauren stayed by his side through the whole thing, and now he's being a dick, and he's not going to stand by her side through this whole thing. Men at the club. Cory tells another girl that he's single, and they're now dancing right in front of Lauren, and she is wigging the fuck out. She walks across the club, she pushes Cory, and she's like, I'm out, I fucking hate you. He doesn't give a shit. The next morning, Cory dials up his grandma. He starts crying. Grandma asks him, how's the TV program going? And then he hangs up on Grandma. LOL. That day was Jenny and Brian's anniversary, so they went out to dinner with each other. On the way to dinner at the bus stop, Jenny straight up pulled out a hot dog, an old hot dog out of her purse. I don't know about you ladies, but I never put half-eaten food in my purse. Never. Especially a half-eaten who doesn't finish a hot dog? If you're eating a hot dog on the go, it's usually because you're wasted. When you're wasted, you finish what you're eating. So I don't understand where this half a hot dog came from. But that was fucking hilarious. At the dinner, they were all, I love using cuteness, and then they go home to bake together because that's something that they do. Brian is tired of holding out on Jenny, and he's gonna give her the D on their anniversary. Boom. Arielle and Jamie go to the thrift store. They're gonna pop some tags. They only have $20 in their pockets. Meanwhile, on the internet, people think Arielle is a transvestite. She's not. Speaking of Arielle, subscribe to her YouTube channel. Cory finally comes to his senses towards the end of the episode. He says that he's going to be there for Lauren. He takes her out to dinner to try to connect with her and let her know. Lauren tells everybody goodbye, and she's going home to be with family and friends who are going to support her in this time. We'll miss you, Lauren. Peace out. Ashley and Arielle get into it just a little bit. It's kind of good to see these two have a little bitty issue. Just a little bitty issue. Ashley likes Arielle to dress more girly, while Arielle likes to throw in some tomboyish every once in a while. Although she said that she doesn't do that around Ashley because Ashley doesn't like it, and Ashley's like, just be yourself and I won't have a problem. So that's the issue that they're having. It's so hilarious that the lesbians have the least amount of drama in this whole season of the Real World Explosion. Let's hear it for the lesbians. Let's hear it for the lesbians, right, bae?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian is posing and flexing in the middle of the beach. So the last thing to happen on episode 7 is that the ladies go out on a ladies' lesbian night, the guys go out on a guys' night out, and the guys are super pumped, and Brian winds up kissing a girl while he's out. Uh-oh, because he just told Jenny that they weren't going to do anything with other people because they were working on their relationship. Good job, Brian. Good job. Damn these notes. So many notes. So many notes. Moving on to episode 8, Brian is talking to who? Cory, about what he did with the girl at the club. What are you doing? Later, hilarious, Jenny's like, I think I have a rash or something. Brian, I'm allergic to latex. Brian has other things on his mind because he's worried about what he did with the girl at the club and how he's going to tell Jenny about it. He really doesn't want to tell Jenny about it because she's going to freak out. She's going to freak out. One of the best quotes of the episode come from Jenna and Jay when Jenna was like, guess what I have? And Jay was like, a vagina. And Jenna was like, and what else? And Jay said, hair surrounding it. Ha. Gross. What? In this episode, Thomas is being Thomas and saying that he is going to get mad if Hailey brings guys back to the house from the club because that's disrespectful to him, bro. I'm sorry, but that's absolutely retarded for him to say. Who agrees with me? Tell me in the comments. But he's still mad at her for cheating on him when he was away at college. Bro. Side note, I want to play pool all damn day like the dudes do. Another quote that I loved from this episode is Thomas. Brian is not the brightest Crayola in the box. He didn't sound like the brightest Crayola in the box as that sentence left his mouth. Later on at the club, Jay tells everybody when he meets them that he's single, but Jenna would really love for them to have a title. Tom is still so fucking worried about Hailey. Like, get over it, bro. You have a girlfriend in the house. So what's the big deal? At the gym. Jay is spitting game at this girl at the gym and he gives her digits. I don't think Jay wants other girls. I just think Jay really likes phone numbers. I just think he wants to collect like as many phone numbers as he can in his lifetime. Later on, Jenny and Brian are in a restaurant and Brian's looking around and he's like, there's a lot of people in here. This is the perfect opportunity for me to tell Jenny what I did with another girl at the club the other night. No, it's not. He soon finds out that it's not a good idea when he tells her that he was dancing with another girl and that he might have kissed her. This was Jenny. She tells him she doesn't want to be together. She locks him out of the house on the way home. She's sitting inside like, that sucks. Should have brought your key. Everybody's like, you gonna let him in? No, not letting him in. Thomas finally lets Brian into the house. Brian goes straight into the confessional, starts telling the confessional what happens. Jenny busts in. You have just lit the flames of hell, and I feel sorry for you. Forget it. Let's all go back to the club. Back to the club. Jamie is playing wing woman for Hailey because she wants Hailey to find a boyfriend, so she stops thinking about hers. She finds her a German dude, so Hailey and the German dude are talking. Now Thomas is all mad because Jamie found Hailey a guy. Get over it, bro. Next thing you know, Jenny's talking to German guy. Hailey's like, oh, fucking, I can't understand a word he's saying anyway, so you can have him. Now Cory is questioning the German guy and trying to cock block Jenny. Jenny's getting it from both ends right now, is what's going on. That's what I said. Now Thomas is screaming at Hailey inside, go home, bitch! You're rude! I guess Hailey is supposed to just sit inside of the house quietly throughout the entire season and not talk to anyone. Jenny's now outside making out with the German guy. She goes back inside and starts chanting in front of Brian and Cory. Too much fun, too much fun, too much fun. Everybody goes back to the house and they all jump into the confessional together. Hailey is fixing her hair and sneeze crying to herself in the mirror in the kitchen. Cory said what happened tonight in the club was not right, and he's talking about Jenny making out with some dude to get back at Brian, whatever. Jenny makes up a little song, and it goes a little something like this. You can't have both, and you can't have both. You wish you could, but you won't, and it's unfortunately true. Cause you can't have cake and fucking eat it too. It's not your world, it's my world, bitch. Take a step back, I wish you would, bitch. Best song ever. And the Real World Grammy Award goes to Jenny. Brian tries to talk to her. Jenny is wasted and hilarious during this conversation. She's not having it. She said Cory is like washed up trash that she's already had. Oh! That talk did not go well. She goes directly into confessional and starts talking about how Brian has now made his bed and he's going to sleep in it. Jay is talking about how him and Jenna don't have a title and they're the only couple in the house that doesn't fight. Jamie is like, no. Listen up, Jenna is not happy. Jenna, you tell him. Jenna has a problem speaking up for herself. Now she's crying, she's emotional, she doesn't know what to say. Jamie is now speaking for her, saying, she loves you, Jay. She loves you. Arielle just wants to eat her pizza that was just delivered. When in doubt, pass out. That's what she said. That's so true. Brian calls Jenny a dumb bitch in the kitchen because I guess Cory just told Brian that Jenny didn't just sleep with him, that she slept with other people too. Now Cory is holding Jenny back, Arielle is holding Brian back. There is a full-fledged fight going on now. Jenny wallows out, roundhouse, kicks him in the face. Brian's yelling, weak ass, punk ass, bitch, I hate you. Jenna's now kicked out of Jay's bed because Jay's pissed about what Jamie said earlier. Everybody's fucking fighting. Arielle's quote was the best of the night. It's Armageddon! I'm never gonna eat my pizza, the one thing that I wanted. Poor Arielle. Side note, I love Arielle and Ashley counting Thomas's use of the word bro. Hilarious. Bro. The next morning, Brian had some strange epiphany dream where he woke up and he realized that he needed to focus on himself and not on Jenny. Jay is upset with his roommates because they're not being family-like. Jenny is a giant mythological squid, says Brian. Now Jenny is throwing all of Brian's shit into the hallway because she wants him out of here. And that's what girls do. They throw all your shit into the hallway or off the porch or into the street. Beware. Women like to throw things. Get your hands off my personal items. Do not touch my personal items. You big mythological squid. Those are my personal items. Anyway, can we now move on to the episode that is relevant because it came on last night? I need more wine for this. So in last night's episode, they start off at the gym. Where else would they be? Jenny's talking about how she was worried at first that Brian and Cory were going to be fighting the entire time in the house, but now they've turned into besties, and she does not like that. They're in a bromance, or as Brian said last night, a bropocalypse. Bro. I love how Jenny is making fun of them having a conversation, and she's like, Brian is off saying something super scientific, and Cory's like, I'm gonna get some girls at the club later. Man. They have a bro heart to bro heart conversation at Subway later. It was really romantic. Or bromantic, or whatever. Jenna's talking to Hailey about her past relationships and how much they've sucked and how her and Jay are faithful to each other. As she's saying this, Jay gets a video on the computer sent by production because I guess this is something new they do. They send you videos of extra clips that they're not really gonna use in the show, but they're gonna use to tell you that they saw it and get you in trouble. So a video shows up for him on the computer, and even by the thumbnail, he can tell, oh shit, this is a bad moment. I'm gonna get in trouble for this. Let's delete it, guys. Can we just delete it? Let's delete it. So they delete it. Then they flash back to Jay's casting interview where he's like, yeah, I'm with Jenna, but I got chicks on the side. I got this chick, and then I got this chick on the other side, and then like I got all these chicks. Bro. Then a really exciting thing happened, you guys. Then there was a commercial break, and on that commercial break, they showed what? The preview of the new challenge! Yes, I'm that excited. Are you that excited? Tell me down in the comments. I'm so excited. I love Jenna and Jamie's elliptical conversation. Jenna's like, holy crap, this hurts. And Jamie's like, I know. And Jenna's like, I think my butt's growing though. And Jamie's like, I think so too! This is what girls talk about when they work out. While Jamie's talking to Jenna, she realizes that Jenna should know about the video that Jay just found on the computer, so she tells her. Jamie is like the truthful fairy. She just comes around sprinkling the truth on everybody. And I feel like that's what Gina would do if Gina was on The Real World. Gina, my girlfriend back here, I feel like she would just go around sprinkling the truth on everybody and making everybody accountable for their actions. Am I right?
Yeah, but Jamie's doing it a little bit worse than I would because I think about things ahead of time being filmed. But yes, in theory.
In theory. In theory. Truthful fairies. Later that night, she asked Jay about the video, and he doesn't want to talk about it. He's like, oh, I just kissed some girl on the cheek. I don't know. And she's like, well, you won't. Well, I want to see it. Brian and Cory take a shower together. Not in the same shower, but next door to each other. It might as well be the same shower. Brian's talking Cory's ear off about being in the right place with yourself and all these things that are very, blah, blah, planets and universes and the right places and the right times and life. And Cory's like, see you later, bro. I'm out of here. I can't have, no. Tom wants Hailey to go home, but he doesn't want to have that conversation with her. Well, tough shit. You're gonna have to. He's afraid to, because he said that she's a mean girl in real life, and that everybody else sees this sweet Hailey girl, and that she's really a royal bitch. They're back at the gym again. What is this? The episode where everybody goes to the gym every 6 seconds? Jenna's emailing production to see the video. They send it over to her, and the video shows Jay kissing a girl. You can't really tell if he's kissing her cheek, kissing her on the mouth, but I assume that it doesn't fucking matter. She tells him to tell her about the girl one last time, so he does, and he admits that he kissed the girl at the club. Then he goes on to admit that he had some other girl while he was first talking to Jenna. So Jenna's like crying. She's like very upset. Then she has him pull up the dirty emails between him and the girl at the club. And so she reads those. She gets even more upset. Jay doesn't want to lose her, but Jenna's trying to stick to her guns for once with him because she thinks Jay just gets out of everything that he does. Everybody goes sightseeing, and Brian is flexing all around San Francisco. They went down Lombard Street, and then they found the old San Francisco Real World house, the OG San Francisco Real World house. Then all of the OGs of this house take a picture. And Brian doesn't like that he's considered like not an OG because he was brought here to be on the real world, and he is. And so they should all consider him like a part of it too. They are the OGs. I mean, they didn't know this was happening, supposedly. But whatever. Who cares? Just take a separate picture at the club. Hailey gets wasted, okay? Starts hitting on Tom, dancing on Tom. Jamie is not approving of that. She sits Hailey down. She's like, look, I don't like when you do that. Hailey's like, what do you mean? I'm not doing anything. We're not even doing what? Then Jamie's mad at Tom for letting it happen. Tom's like, I don't see the big deal. It's not going anywhere. Even if I let her dance on me a little bit, I'm not gonna do anything with her. When they get home, Cory, yes, Cory, is playing the peacemaker mediator between the two of them. They're just screaming back and forth at each other anyways. Meanwhile, Hailey's wasted, falling all over the floor, wrapped up like a pig in a blanket, laughing at herself. Now Cory's talking to Hailey about why everybody's mad. Tom bursts in, starts yelling at Hailey. He's telling her what she did was not an issue, but he really wants her to go home. Then he starts naming off all of the exes because he wants all of them to go home because he just wants the OGs to be there. The name of this is Real World Ex-Plosion. Just saying. Best part of the whole episode, in my opinion, is as he's saying this, he's naming off all of the exes, and he's like, I want you to go home, I want Brian to go home, and this is what Brian did. He walks in and he's like, that kind of hurts me, Tom. All the LOLs. Hailey's now telling Tom that the only reason that he's here is because she's here, because they interviewed her tons of times, and because she was so interesting, I guess, or whatever, or crazy. They really wanted Tom because he had a crazy ex. I don't know. Who knows how this shit got casted? Who cares? If he doesn't want you there, you're not really being able to do anything there anyway because he won't let you talk to anybody, so just go home. The other best part of this is that Jamie is standing by watching all of this happen while she's brushing her teeth. Not a care in the world. That was the fucking best. Moving on to when they show the extra clip that you think is a commercial shit that I hate. Brian starts just doing pull-ups on this random bar in the middle of San Francisco. You want to show off, Brian? Let's see you box jump that bitch. Back to the bitch fight. She goes after Tom again. Security is here now. Hailey's laying on the bed, turns around, tells production, you're cool and all, but can you please fuck off and get out of my asshole? Now Tom and Brian are fighting because Brian got his fucking feelings hurt that Tom wants all the exes gone and not just his. Brian said something about Tom's maturity level. Now they're all in each other's faces. Now Cory is taken up for Tom and he's in Brian's face. Oh, come on. Hailey runs back out of the room, pillows in hand as weapons. Nope. She uses her other hand, hits Tom in the face again. She's back in her room now, screaming to herself, Thomas Buell, you are a fucking asshole. You deserve nothing in life. Seriously, I hope you die. I don't say that, but I say it to you, because I hope you do. Then she walks out to security. She opens the door and she says, I would simply like to call my mother. My question to you is, why do these people always call their grandparents and their parents at whatever fucking o'clock in the morning when they're all wasted? Like, call a friend. Call someone who's awake at this hour. Call a self-help hotline, 1-800-DRUNK-HOES. Anyway, she wakes her mom up to tell her that she hates Tom and she's going to stay there to ruin his life. So that was a fun episode, and wasn't this a giant fucking awesome 3-for-1 real world explosion recap? I hope it's not 40 minutes long, but if it is, you're gonna watch it and you're gonna like it because this is the only way that I could do it, so you take that. Anyway, tell me down in the comments what your favorite out of the 3 episodes were. What your thoughts are on all the shit that happened, and I need to end this now. I will see you later for another Real World Explosion recap next week. And until then, I love your faces. I can't wait for the challenge. And I hope you missed me. Until next time, peace out.
Everybody, it's Jenna from Real World Explosion, and you're watching Ace's Real World Recaps.